Hello, I'm Larry Shemish, President and CEO of Ops Design Consulting, with a message about getting our country back to business and the 7 steps needed to adapt your supply chain operations to a new and different normal. I'm speaking to you from an empty conference room here at Ops Design's offices. Before the COVID-19 crisis, our consultants, engineers, and analysts were deployed on supply chain network initiatives and warehouse design projects here in the United States as well as across the globe. Now, like many of you, we've been working remotely from home. Before I talk about the 7 steps required for us to collectively get back to business, I hope this message finds you and your families well. Additionally, we thank the essential workers who put themselves at risk to heal and help others. Now, that includes many of you who are charged with keeping your supply chain operations running, getting critical goods out the door, and delivered to those in need. Thank you for your heroism in these difficult times. As supply chain consultants and designers of warehousing, distribution, and fulfillment operations, our clients' immediate requests have centered on operational triage and stabilization. They are asking us how to protect workers, how to serve their customers, and how to smooth operational turbulence and mitigate risk. We recommend the following 7 steps to adapt your supply chain to the new reality. Step 1. Triage and stabilize operations. Stop the bleeding. Application of proverbial Band-Aids, bubblegum, and duct tape is okay. It may be ugly, but get the job done. You can circle back later, clean things up, and optimize then. Step 1 need not be elegant. It must be pragmatic and functional. It must also be CDC and WHO compliant. Step 2, achieve core customer service level requirements. Choose your most loyal, profitable, and strategic customers. Focus all short-term efforts on exceeding their expectations, as you may not be able to satisfy all customers. It's better to thrill your best customers than provide mediocre service to all customers or to fail randomly. Target on-time shipments, high fill rates, and near 100% accuracy. Your survival depends on core customer satisfaction. Step 3, accelerate planning and migration from brick and mortar to e-commerce. Consumers and B2B alike will continue to leverage and become increasingly reliant on e-commerce platforms. Brick and mortar retail stores will have smaller footprints and serve as showrooms for touch and feel type goods. Fulfillment will often be an e-commerce function without inventory other than showroom samples. Step 4, increase the application of mechanization, automation, and real-time business intelligence. In order to compress order fulfillment time, increase capacity, increase throughput, and contribute to near 100% accuracy, begin to engineer advanced systems which are less reliant on direct labor. Step 5, repatriation of overseas manufacturing operations. Build domestic production and take advantage of a wave of tax abatements, incentives, and bolster national security. Step 6, re-engineer critical inventory stockpile levels. Sensitivity test par levels, peak and average, throughout the supply chain to ensure business continuity and risk avoidance. Step 7, perform supply chain network analysis. Optimize change business models, considering point of origin, transportation, demand nodes, and service levels. Be prepared for change. Back in 2008, I wrote a white paper entitled Supply Chain Evolution, Survival of the Fittest. The paper talked about the evolutionary process that pervades the inorganic as well as the organic realm. It tells us that not only do creatures of the natural world evolve in order to survive, but business entities must also adapt and leverage in order to change and endure. Regardless of industry and market channel, it has become increasingly critical during this crisis to develop and deploy an agile and flexible supply chain strategy. While every business model is unique, those whose supply chains are condensed, tightly integrated, flexible, scalable, and collaborative, and whose management is committed to flawless execution and continuous improvement, will overcome these challenges while others wither away. This pandemic has magnified this survival of the fittest phenomenon, and unfortunately many will fail. I hope that these 7 steps help you architect a plan to morph your supply chain and avoid such a fate. Those businesses that survive will be even stronger and more resilient than before. If we may be of help in any way, even if it's just a sanity check to bounce off some ideas or simply to talk, to know that you're not alone in this, feel free to call me directly. In the meantime, be safe and be well.